your childhood, you look at the world so different. It's a lot of things that you think you need, but you don't really need none of that shit. You mostly just want it. But when I was younger, I knew exactly what I needed.
Welcome back to another webisode, or whatever type of soda of the Blue Report. I'm Richie Blue. I'm joined here by Bubsy the Science Kid and Mally Blue, which are still in their pajamas, but that's life because we just woke up. Today is another shoot day. So we have multiple videos to shoot, but we haven't shot a science one in quite some time. So we're back with PBS's EONS, When Whales Walked. That's the title of the video. We'll leave a link. Oh, what?
Let's get into this video. Lickety split.
Lickety flickety split. We're gonna leave a link to the original video in the description box below. Let's get into all this scientific nah.
This episode is supported by the Great Courses Plus. We know whales as graceful giants. Some are powerful hunters, some are gentle filter feeders, but no matter what they eat or how they live, whales, as we know them, are bound to the sea. But there was actually a time when whales could walk. The tale of whale evolution is a story about one of the most remarkable transitions in the history of mammals. The fossil record shows how these animals transformed from tiny four-legged plant eaters no bigger than house cats to the seafaring giants we know today. This change was dramatic and kind of fast. Fossils from over the past 50 million years have revealed whale-like animals of all shapes and sizes, each like a piece in the puzzle of whale evolution. Smack in the middle of this amazing transformation is Ambulocetus, a toothy predator the size of a sea lion, and a striking example of a mammal order in transition. Ambulocetus lived about 48 million years ago in what is now northern India and Pakistan, and its full name, Ambulocetus natans, literally means the walking, swimming whale. But scientists will tell you that it wasn't really great at either. In the water, it was a powerful swimmer, but not very fast or efficient. On land, it was clumsy too, with legs that splayed out to the sides, a belly that almost dragged on the ground, and a snout that was so long and heavy it looked like it could barely lift its head. But Ambulocetus was perfectly equipped for its environment. It lived in partially freshwater environments like river deltas, where it lurked in the shallows and grabbed whatever prey that came near its giant snout. Now, if a long aquatic ambush predator sounds kind of familiar, that's because Ambulocetus is basically the mammal version of a crocodile. It lived a lifestyle that was a lot like a crocodilian's, ideal for an animal that lives between the land and water. But despite their similarities, crocodiles and whales are not directly related at all. In fact, the group of mammals that includes whales and dolphins, known as cetaceans, are so different from other living mammals that it's been hard to figure out what exactly they evolved from. Interestingly, research done in both the field and in the lab revealed some surprises. First, in the 1980s and 90s, a set of genetic studies took sequences of DNA from whales and compared them to the same sequences in other living animals. And these comparisons showed that the cetaceans are actually most closely related to a group known as artiodactyls, hoofed mammals that includes hippos, pigs, and deer. Then a number of fossils found a little later seemed to support the same conclusion. In 2007, paleontologists in Kashmir, India found the fossils of a 47-million-year-old hoofed creature the size of a house cat that they named Indo-Hyes. It turned out that this tiny mammal had a specialized thickened ear bone that, until this discovery, had only been found in whales. The bone, called an involucrum, helps aquatic mammals here underwater, and it shows up even in the earliest cetaceans. It also had other adaptations for life in the water, like really dense leg bones, a trait that helps keep mammals like hippos weighted down when they're walking through a river. But Indo-Hyes wasn't a cetacean. It had forelegs and hooves, for crying out loud. It even had a special ankle bone called an astragalus, shaped kind of like a pulley, and that feature is only found in artiodactyls. Some very early cetaceans have this ankle bone too, which tells us that cetaceans evolved from artiodactyls. So Indo-Hyes is now largely considered the closest non-cetacean relative of whales. Unlike Ambulocetus, it's not a member of the immediate whale family, but it shares a common ancestor with them, helping to connect today's artiodactyls. In other words, if Ambulocetus represents the transition from land to water, then Indohyus represents the transition from artiodactyls to whales. By the time the first recognizable whales like Basilosaurus show up in the fossil record about 40 million years ago, this group of mammals would never come out of the water again. But there's still a question of why? Why would a cute little deer thing end up leading a whole order of mammals to life in the deep sea? That's a question that remains unanswered. Maybe there were fewer predators in the sea than on land 50 million years ago. Or maybe there was more food in the ocean and less competition for it. After all, from Indohyus to Ambulocetus, there are many adaptations that show us that the diet of these animals changed from land-based sources to aquatic prey. But food probably isn't the whole reason. Whales are predators, but the only other mammals that move from land to water are manatees and dugongs, and they're both herbivores. So, as in many other areas of natural history, we don't have all the answers yet. But still, let's just pause to appreciate the fact that it took less than 20 million years, about the evolutionary equivalent of a lunch break, for this entire astonishing transition to take place. And there in the middle is the walking, swimming whale, linking whales as we know them to tiny cat-sized deer things just dipping their toes in the water for the first time. Thanks to the Great Courses Plus for supporting PBS Digital Studios. The Great Courses Plus is a digital learning service that allows you to learn about a range of topics, from educators including Ivy League professors and other educators from around the world. Go to thegreatcoursesplus.com/eons and get access to a library of...
We are very with it, fam. Alright, that was whales, when whales walk. What do you feel about it, buddy?
Well, I guess that it is amazing.
Amazing? That's terrible. Why are you speaking like that? Boom. So that was a video, very educational.
Why you
My
didn't
bad.
send me?
Oh, what did you think? Oh, my divas, sorry. My divas. Go ahead. You was talking through it. I didn't think you caught anything.
I wasn't.
You didn't, right? I know. All
Well,
right. Go
that
wash your
was
face
the
like Daddy
end.
asked you to.
That's the end of the Blue Report.
That's not the end of the Blue Report. Boom. So when the whales was walking, right, there's a connection between when they used to be on land. If you watch it, paid attention to the video like we just did. Yeah, there's a the connection between the land mammals which turned into the whale. Okay, that's nice. Some millions of years ago, or however many years. It's a lot of distractions going on right now. So for right now, thank you for joining the Blue Report.
Bit of 30, 2 thumbs up, what's up? For all those opposed, just flip the birdie. I know you heard me. Outside when it's late until it's early. Cause I love the high, certain kind of vibe. Man, I really love my side. Queens niggas from the war zone, we condone all that.